Sergeant at Arms, is the hall clear? The 102nd Convention of the American Legion Department of Iowa will come to order. Please stand. Join me in rendering our honor to our flag and salute. 2. I declare the 102nd Convention of the American Legion Department of Iowa reconvened. It is my pleasure to introduce Wendy Weigel for the presentation of the Art McLaughlin Legionnaire of the Year Award.
The Art McLaughlin Legionnaire of the Year Award, I'm just going to call him Dad. So, in 1947, my dad was selected to attend American Legion Hawkeye Boys State. My dad didn't come from a Legion family. His father had bad asthma, so he didn't qualify for the service. So, Dad was quite surprised when he received the recognition to attend Boys State. And when he returned from his service in the U.S. Army during the Korean conflict, he immediately joined the Legion. I think he did it as a thank you to them for selecting him to attend Boys State. Dad was a post member who took on the for-granted jobs at the post. He fixed the squeaky doors, he put the handles back on the kitchen cupboards, he trimmed the lawn, he treated it just like his own home. He was a soft-spoken leader, but he worked tirelessly for membership, and he was a member of the 3rd District, and I think that they would probably agree with that statement about my dad. He was a quiet leader who did not work for recognition, but volunteered because it was the right thing to do. And when he was, and when this award was started in about 20 years, John? Is that been about?
Close to that, yeah.
So I was surprised one year when you sent me the number of years. So I think he would be quite surprised that his name was associated with this award. He would probably just ask that it would be called the Legionnaire of the Year Award. So it's my honor to introduce and announce who the Legionnaire of the Year Award is. He is unable to be here, and no one from his post was able to be here also, but it's my understanding that they're going to acknowledge it at their town celebration this next weekend. So I think you'll be impressed by his resume. I'd like to read the whole thing, but I think John would probably give me the hook, so I'm just going to give you the highlights. So the Legionnaire of the Year Award for 2021 is Heath Stoley of Radcliffe. And here's a little bit about Heath. His service started in 2018 with the post number 317. He was the commander of the small post of 24 members. He realized soon that the building owned by the post in Radcliffe was almost 70 years old and was in poor condition to the point of being dangerous. But it was the only space available in the community to rent for gatherings of any kind. However, it wasn't handicapped accessible, had a damp, moldy basement, and was literally falling apart. He realized that this building was the physical place that held the community together by being the only place to gather. Heath initiated a campaign in the spring of 2018 to raise funds to repair the building. He organized a benefit concert by Iowa country artist Jason Brown that raised $100,000. But after getting estimates to renovate the building, they soon realized that it would be more cost effectively to tear down the building and build a new facility. Heath worked tirelessly on submitting applications for grants and did other fundraisers. He worked with the local fire department to organize a Hardin County training burn to burn down the old building. So it was good for the fire department and obviously much cheaper for the Legion. Bids were received, and Heath was in charge of most of the aspects of the new building. He was the general contractor for the entire project. He worked countless hours coordinating the building project, and he personally spent many hours doing much of the finished contract work himself. He would be the first, though, to give credit to the other volunteers who helped with the construction of the building, but the post felt that without Heath's leadership, the new post would not have become a reality. The ribbon cutting ceremony was held in April of 2021. And when they figured it all up, they figured the cost of the construction of the new post was $500,000. This has all been paid entirely by donations or grants, and most of that was spearheaded by Heath. It has now been renamed the Radcliffe Legion Post number 317 Community Center. During this time, I'm not sure where he found the free time for this, but he also realized that the flags at the local cemetery were tattered and torn, and he wanted to replace them. He did a fundraiser where 63 engraved granite stones were sold as memorials to local veterans and community members, and for the first time in May of 2021, the new flags were flown at the cemetery. Heath realized that many of the volunteers that worked on the construction of the new post expressed a desire to become part of the Legion family, but were not service members themselves. The enthusiasm spurred Heath to apply for permission, which has been granted, to start a Sons of the American Legion chapter in Radcliffe, because he saw the need to involve more people in the Legion family. The post states, Heath is not only the commander of our post, but his passion for the American Legion is the fuel that keeps the fire burning at our post so we can continue to serve our fellow veterans and our community. We nominated him as a way to say thank you to this passionate, selfless blue cap who has done so much for our organization, our veterans, and our community. Congratulations, Heath Stoley of Radcliffe, post number 317.
Thank you, Wendy. It is my pleasure to introduce Americanism Commission Chairman Jim Rothfuss for the presentation of the Educator of the Year Award. Is Jim there? Yes.
The Americanism Commission recognizes the teachers and educators that instill in our students the ideals of the American Legion. Our leaders of tomorrow must first walk through the halls of our schools. The students are enlightened with knowledge by the accomplishments of our teachers. We would like to recognize those that work and cooperate with the local American Legion Post to carry out our programs and promote Americanism with this Department of Iowa Educator of the Year Award. This year's entries were very hard to judge, as their resumes were very good and very close on judging points. Our winner is a teacher of 7 years at the Beckman Catholic School in Dyersville, Iowa. I like the motto he lives by and instills in his students. Do not let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. Our congratulations to the 2001 Educator of the Year, Ron Broxson.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We want to get a photo of you here.
Got a little speech prepared, so. I'm honored here. I'm honored to be with all of you today. I'm seeing just amazing people that have served, and I'd like to applaud you for your priceless, contributions and your sacrifices. So, you're the ones that need to be honored. So thank you. And I have many people to thank I've gotten here because of all the people, my friends and family, who've shaped, who I am today. My students at Beckman Catholic have challenged and inspired me to be better, be a better teacher and better coach. I'd also like to thank the American Legion and Mr. Greg Wagner for, pushing me he's always been a great contributor to the person I am today. He's motivated me. I owe a lot to him, so thank you as well. Now, seeing all of your patriotic faces, I can't help but think of all those close to me that served, like my grandpa, who was a Seabee in Vietnam, who strived for excellence, and in the face of turmoil, constantly. He was always, striving for more. My parents, who served and thankfully met in the Navy, that's why I'm here. And they gave everything without wanting anything in return. And I also, my great uncle, who was a World War II veteran, who showed courage leading men into gunfire at the Battle of Normandy at the hidden age of 15. So, needless to say, I have a lot of great patriotic, role models. But it's pretty easy though to blend in with the majority. As a person that I am, growing up, I was constantly, complaining about teaching. I had despised education. I despised English as my worst subject, and then now I teach it. And I used to always complain. I thought it was easier that way. I complained, but I got to think. I thought of General Patton. He had this great line. I'll try to maybe sound like him too. If everybody is thinking alike, then somebody isn't thinking. And my parents, of course, taught me to not complain and to go with the crowd. And they also ended up saying, do not let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. So I decided to try and fix it, and that's why I got into education. I wanted to figure out the solution. It wasn't just teaching. I had to make it fun because I complained about it all the time. So I tried to be an enthusiastic and hardworking teacher who would teach the youth about the Constitution and about all of you who have, given so much to preserve it. I also like to thank God for giving me these opportunities to be a teacher and a coach, regardless of pay, because success goes beyond money. Where I can inspire and help mold the future of, our future parents, our fathers, mothers, and there's so much, and the leaders of our great country, the futures who I get to help inspire. And my faith has taught me to believe in potential. It's crazy to think Jesus sacrificed himself on the cross for all of us and our potential good. And I have faith in my Lord and this great country. Similar to how George Washington and the great patriots before us saw potential in this great land and its people, I see potential in the youth. Even if it appears our country has lost its values that once made it great, there are some things that will never, ever change. There will still be perseverance in the face of shortcuts, integrity in the face of sin, courage in the face of a struggle, and there will always be hope as long as that beautiful flag is still waving proudly. Luckily, I have all of you to thank for that. God bless America, and thank you.
We will now hear the remaining reports of the commission and committees. Ron? Ron, if you and your family would care to leave, you're welcome to leave, or you're welcome to stay for some of our reports. It's up to you, but we thank you.
Gotta listen to Grandma.
We will now hear the remaining reports of the commissions and committees. We will start with National Affairs, Brad Powell, Vice Chairman.
Each year, it's the pleasure of our commission committee to select the Law Enforcement Officer of the Year. There's always a lot of good candidates, and we wish we could recognize all of them, but we can't. So we have to select one. The candidate that stood out among all others this year is Lieutenant Adam Huseman from Clarinda.
Thank you. So I was not prepared to make a speech today, but I want to thank each and every one of you veterans for serving this great country. It's my honor that the American Legion Post Surgery 98 at Clarinda nominated me as a Peace Officer of the Year. It's been 21 years of service at the city of Clarinda. I am also a volunteer fireman, been on the department for 15 years. I contribute to the Iowa Hunter Education Program, where I assist in teaching hunter safety. I am active with the Clarinda Fire Department, instructing the Fire Prevention Week each year in October. And so in 2015, I responded to a medical call where an individual was suffering from a cardiac arrest, and I was the first one to arrive and began CPR. And due to my quick actions with the assistance of the emergency personnel, we were able to revive that individual, and he's still here with us today due to my quick thinking. This last year, I had a gentleman who I'm very acquainted with that was having a difficult time with the relationship, and the individual took a 9mm and self-inflicted shot that I was able to arrive first on scene, provide medical treatment to the individual until the ambulance could get there. And once the ambulance got there, they then began taking over and got him on to the hospital where he was life-flighted to a larger trauma center. That individual is still here with us today and is very thankful for my actions that I provided to him that day. So I would like to thank my family that's here with us today. If it wouldn't be for them, I wouldn't be here. And it is a family tradition where you have to have the support of the family, otherwise your job's not gonna be very good. So I'd like to thank my mother and father and my wife and my brother and my in-laws that are here with us today. Thank you very much.
Our selection for Firefighter of the Year is not here today. I have a statement from him I would like to read, and it'll become apparent why he's not here when I finish. It's Adam Kane from Clinton. Dear Post 190 and to whoever else it may concern, my name is Adam Kane, and on January 5th, 2019, I was involved in a tragic accident and killed my partner, Lieutenant Eric Hassett, and left me severely injured. This incident happened while we were both working for the Clinton Fire Department and responded to a silo fire at a local grain processing facility. On November 4th, 2020, I was awarded the local Firefighter of the Year through the American Legion Post 190. I am so grateful to not only be nominated for that award, but to then be selected to have it presented to me at Central Fire Station in Clinton, Iowa. I spent just over 4 years serving the Clinton community as a firefighter paramedic. I would not trade those experiences for anything. I learned so much from the job and the patrons of the city of Clinton. I enjoyed the job every day, even the bad days. However, after my accident, I decided on a career change for many personal reasons. I am now employed by the Clinton County Sheriff's Office as a deputy. Though I no longer work as a career firefighter, I still serve my local community of Goose Lake and Charlotte as a volunteer firefighter and paramedic. To be selected as the American Legion Iowa Firefighter of the Year is an absolute honor. I am so thankful for what not only the local Post 190, but the state of Iowa American Legion has done for me and the Clinton Fire Department. Though I'm forever grateful for being selected for this award, I am sorry that I'm not able to attend the ceremony. I am unable to attend due to be a recruit at the Law Enforcement Academy. Again, I would like to thank the American Legion as well as Post 190. Sincerely, Adam Kane.
We'll now hear from Internal Affairs, Mel Gosler. Sir, if you would care to leave as law enforcement, if your family care to leave, you're free to go at this time.
Will the chairmen of the committees come up from the Internal Affairs? Commander Jim? Distinguished guests and Legionnaires. The Internal Affairs Commission meeting was called to order at 10 a.m. Thanks being in place, a hand salute was given. POW and MIAs were given recognition. The opening prayer by Dennis Hoppy. Jerry Stevens introduced the guests. Bruce Fairbach, National Vice Commander. Perry Green acted as secretary, gave roll call, 24 members present. I called on Dennis Soppy for the report of Strategic Planning Committee, and I called on Don Swan for membership report, and called on Byron Ring for training committee report, and I called on Robert Weiner for American Legion Writers Report, called on Randy Fields for SAL report. We had two resolutions. Resolution number 4, subject denial of VA benefits to National Guard and Reserve. Was recommendation to refer back to the standing committee to forward to the VA and our committee. Resolution number 5, subject endorsement of Michael Wunser for National SAL Vice Commander. Recommendation was approved, resolution as submitted. Those in favor, Roger Norfolk. Meeting was adjourned at 10:35 a.m. I'll call on the committee's chairman, Dennis Soppy, for the report on Strategic Planning Committee.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Strategic Planning Committee has been meeting virtually for most of last year and this year. June 26th, we had an in-person meeting at headquarters. We have spent a lot of time on our parking lot problem. As you may know, cost was a big factor in not moving forward on this. We are still working on solving this problem. Our commander has an ad hoc committee that is also working on this and studying it. We have updated our Constitution and bylaws, and they will be read and voted on at this convention. You'll be getting them when you go to your caucus. You'll discover what that's all about. We will also be updating our other Legion policies as we move forward. We have discussed revitalization and membership with help from Ron Foster, Revitalization Chairman, and Don Swan, Membership Chairman. If combined, we feel they can do a better job of accomplishing the goals of membership. We also talked about forming a marketing and media commission and what responsibilities each will have. All in all, we have seen progress in some areas and challenges in others. I want to recognize our service officers for the hard work that they do in helping our veterans with the problems and the needs that they have. I also want to thank John and his staff, because without them, a lot of things would get left in the dirt somewhere. So they deserve our applause and our thanks. For God and country, Dennis Soppy, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dennis. Now I'll call on Brian Ring for the training committee report.
Welcome, Legionnaires. After several Zoom meetings, we decided to hold a hybrid midwinter conference on the 12th through the 14th of February. This conference was had a large learning curve with the electronic element in each meeting and training room. We had 70+ members attend, and many were very happy with the in-person training. Thanks to John Durner and his Legion office staff for their help. On 4th through 6th of June 2021, we held our department leadership training. The incoming district commander spent most of Friday with the adjutant John Durner and staff prepping them for their upcoming year. Friday night, we had 62 members attending. Our weekend training began with online speakers about teamwork. On Saturday, we started our day with the speaker from the National Marketing Division. Then on to computer training by Camilla. John talked about the class with mylegion.org, a subject he dearly loves to talk about. Past National Commander Dave Rabine held an open discussion about Memorial Day issues that happened in Ohio. When we finished this day, the homework for each district commander, your district goals for the year. On Sunday, incoming president, SAL commander, and American Legion commander all spoke. We finished by discussing the district goals that have been set by each district commander. We now have to discuss the National Leadership College, and we have 3 resumes to go through. We will have the decision made sometime this afternoon. And now we turn our attention to next winter. We get ready for the Midwinter Conference again. I thank you for all. This is my report, sir.
Thank you, Brian. Now I'll call on the Legion Riders, Bob Winger.
Good afternoon, everyone. American Legion Riders report. The annual American Legion Riders Legacy Ride has been finalized and online registration has been available. This year's ride will once again prove to be very interesting as we visit many national cemeteries and local veteran memorials. The ride starts August 22nd in Rogers, Arkansas, and concludes at USS Arizona Memorial Gardens on August 26th, Scottsdale, Arizona. National Auxiliary President Nicole Clapp has announced she will ride day 1, day 2, and the final segment on day 5 for this ride. And I found out after this report was written up that they did not grant Nicole Clapp any special privilege of being national president. She had to jump through all the hoops, the registration, medical forms, and everything else, just as Roger of Norfolk out there, myself, Bob Daniels who's going on it. She was not granted any exceptions. With spring conferences being over, I hope all districts appointed American Legion Riders chairman. The appointment makes communication with the department chairman of the Riders more efficient as he has a point of contact for each district. Incoming district commanders, please try to get this appointment filled, if not already done. Last year, there were 8 districts that provided me with a district riders chairman list, and it made my job a lot easier. As a riders chairman, I've been putting together, which I have here, a revised copy, Department of Iowa American Legion Riders Handbook. This handbook revision was necessary due to the recent passage of Resolution number 5 at the NEC meeting on May 6, 2021. I will present my recommendation to the newly appointed Department of Iowa Riders Chairman for his approval and any input he may have in, or he may want to put in it. He will then present it to Internal Affairs for their approval, and then the DEC for final comments and approval. This is my final writer's report. I would like to extend my support to the newly elected writer chairman, or appointed, I should say, and to personally thank Commander Kessler, past department commander J. Scott Moline, and Mike Etzel for allowing me to serve in this position. Respectfully submitted, Bob Winger, Department of Iowa, ALR Chairman.
Thank you, Bob. Now I'll call on the SAL Vice Chairman, Randy Phil.
SAL, Sons of the American Legion, Department of Iowa Convention, Des Moines, Iowa, January 9th, 2021. For the membership report on the department website, membership on 7/5/2021 was 4,434 of 4,376, which is 101.39%. Congratulations to the second and the fifth, which achieved more than 100% membership. We currently have 45 squadrons with 100% or more. We donated $2,500 in gift cards to various VA hospitals this year. 1,000 was donated to the Veterans and Children's Foundation, $1,000 each to the Child Welfare Foundation and the National Emergency Fund. During the spring conference, they approved $95 from the registration fee to go to the Department Service Office. The detachment also approved $1,000 for the use of department headquarters for their spring meeting to be given to the Department Service Office. They approved a proposed budget to be forwarded to the American Legion Department of Iowa Finance Commission for approval. Voted to get insurance through the Legionnaire Insurance Trust for the 30 detachment officers. Approved a resolution for an open endorsement for Mike Monserud as National Vice Commander. Approved a military rights resolution to be forwarded to the Department of Iowa American Legion. For the Child Welfare Foundation year ending May 31, 2021, the detachment contributed $2,125. The detachment of Iowa is here for the American Legion, the Department of Iowa, and the posts they are comprised of. We are most stronger if we work together. Respectfully submitted, Randy Friel, Department SAL Vice Chairman.
Thank you, Randy, for your SAL. Now I'll call on Don Swan. Now I'll call on Don Swan for the membership report.
Good afternoon. Fellow Legionnaires, delegates, and guests to this 2021 Department of Iowa Convention. As chairman of the membership committee, I have had the privilege to work with a great group of dedicated Legionnaires from each district on the committee. We will now begin with the presentation of the membership awards for 2021. We will begin with the Post Growth Award. This award is won by the post that has the increase of one or more members in the previous year for 10 years or more. Once I read all these, I need somebody from the poster district to collect the award. So from First District, Post 430 Durant with 45 consecutive years. congratulations for your fine work and your continued school. Good job, Rocky. Next comes the 5-year all-time high awards. The winner is from First District, 430 Durant, 45 years. Sorry, you didn't get too far. There you go.
Oh, I see the envelope.
No.
Are you done with me now?
For what?
Oh,
congratulations. R.J. Laird Trophy, less than 500 population, post 562 Cummings, 14 over in their 6th district. Anybody from Cummings? Okay, Bob.
Bob's good.
Mhm. B.A. Webster Trophy, 501 to 1,000 population, post 425 Whittemore. They were 7 over in their 8th district. C.B. Robbins Trophy, 1,001 to 2,000 population, post 403 Van Meter, 7 over, 6th district. Bob Colon will accept the award. The R.A. McGinnis Trophy, 2001 to 3,000 population, post 297 Center Point, 7 over, 2nd district. Daniel Steck Trophy, 3,001 to 4,000 population, post 232 Polk City, 4 over 6th district. The B.L. Halligan's Trophy, 4,001 to 5,000 population, post 69 Osceola, 3 over, 5th district. The Ray Murphy Trophy, 5,001 to 10,000 population, post 176 Waverly, 10 over. 3rd district. James Barton Trophy, 10,000 to 50,000 population, post 89 Pella, 10 over 6 district. Get you practicing. Service Club of Des Moines, over 50,000 population. This year, there's no winner. The Commander's Membership Sweepstakes is awarded to 2 posts that show the greatest numerical increase over the previous year's membership. Please come forward as the award is called. The winners are Commander's Membership Sweepstakes runner-up is Post 89 Pella 6th District. And while you're here, Commander, the Commander's Membership Sweepstakes first place winner is 562 Cumming, 6th District. Congratulations, job well done. The Spafford Trophy is awarded to the district with the highest numeric increase and presented to the post that within that district, which has the highest numeric increase over the previous year. Let's see here. This year's winner is 5th District, Centerville Post 214. The next award is called the Front of the Horse. To achieve this award, the department vice commander with the highest percentage of their assigned district will be the winner. This year's winner goes to Darren Alderson, department vice commander, who's been assigned to the 5th and 6th districts. Sadly, we don't have anything for you because it's based. No, you still get your picture taken. It's a little plaque that goes on a trophy. Okay. We also have an award called the Rear of the Horse Award. This award is presented to the commander of the 1st District to which to reach their assigned target by the 100% target date. This year there was no winner for this award. The District Commander's Award is presented to the district with the highest percentage of target 30 days prior to the department convention. This year's recipient is 5th District Commander Randy Johnson with 95.66%. Don't stray. Don't stray. A gold watch will be presented to the district commander and the district membership chairman with the highest membership gold percentage 30 days prior to convention. This year's winner is 5th District. So, we need 2 watches. One for you and one for you, Mr. Chair. I would like to thank Commander Kessler for appointing me to the membership chair. I also want to thank the office staff for their hard work that made this all possible. We want to challenge each of you to return to districts, counties, and posts to work on instilling the pride and positive attitude back into our organization. We have young men and women now serving in the war on terrorism, and they deserve our support. We need to be there for them and their families when they need them. The American Legion remains the largest veterans organization in the world, and we all paid a price to belong as a member, and we must all continue to fight for the benefits and services we deserve. For God and country, Don Swan, Membership Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Don. This concludes the reports of the Internal Affairs Commission. Commander Jim, I thank you for letting me be a chairman of the commission. I move that this commission report be received and filed.
Second.
Yeah, a motion on the floor and a second to accept these reports.
Received and filed.
Be received and filed. Is there any discussion? If not, I'll entertain. Everybody in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Carried. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
We will now hear reports from the Veterans Affairs and Rehabilitation Commission. Doug McCray, Chair.
Good afternoon. Most activities under the cognizance of the Department of Veterans Affairs and Rehabilitation Commission and its committees, the Health Administration Committee and the Veteran Benefits Committee, throughout the past 18 months were either canceled, postponed, or significantly modified due to COVID-19 mitigation protocols. With the lifting of some of these mitigation protocols in the past few weeks, some normal functions of the Commission and its committees have resumed. Members of the Commission were able to attend, either in person or via Zoom, the quarterly meetings held by the Iowa Department of Veterans Affairs Commission. I now call upon Gerald Edgar of the Health Administration Committee to provide his report.
I'm going to give you a very brief summary. It was a challenging and is a continuing challenge to us due to COVID. I don't have to tell you that. I really appreciate the new director of the Des Moines VA, who you heard speak yesterday, Ms. Gail Graham. A lot of positive changes down in Des Moines. Last time I was able to do a really thorough examination of all of our CBOCs, so we've added one, as well as the VA hospitals in Omaha and Galesburg, which some Iowa veterans use. The report from all the 99 county VSOs when they're surveyed was very positive, and that continues. I would just add one thing or two things that the VA would like to stress, and that is encourage those of your members who have trouble getting to the clinics or the hospital that the VA will gladly provide a tablet, explain to them how to use it so they can use the telehealth. And lastly, a lot of people may not be aware that the VA is more than just traditional medical treatment. It includes such alternative medicines as acupuncture, Tai Chi, etc. Your VA is very full service. With that, I would like to remind every one of us, the real challenge continuing from COVID and other annual, it seems, new viruses every couple of years, is our lack of exercise, and as a result, staying at home and poor nutrition. You are what you eat. And gentlemen, and I realize there's a number of ladies here, but I'm going to challenge the gentlemen. Why do you think women outlive men on average by 4 years? They're proactive with their health. I challenge you to do as well. Thank you.
As we've heard from other guests yesterday, the VA medical centers in the Iowa Veterans Home closed to non-essential visitors, and federal and state offices that support our veterans either closed or worked remotely. The Veterans Benefits Committee was not able to effectively function and therefore has nothing of substance to report. The members of the Commission also extend our praise and thanks to Shane and our Department service officers for their exceptional work during the past 18 months under extremely difficult conditions. To each of you, our deepest thanks and appreciation for helping our veterans get the benefits they have earned and deserved. The commission also notes with concern the early May suspension of the Iowa Veterans Home Commandant Tima Nojari by the governor for reasons yet to be made public. As a group, the American Legion should be monitoring this situation for further information. Finally, as commission chairman, I recommend that the incoming department leadership conduct an independent executive level review of the department operating structure as it pertains to the Veterans Affairs and Rehabilitation Commission and its committees. Over the past few months, I've become increasingly concerned that the Veterans Affairs and Rehabilitation Commission and its committees, as currently structured and with the roles and responsibilities assigned to it, have become lethargic and reactive and are not providing the proactive action, information, and support they could be capable of and should be providing to our membership and veterans in general. Respectfully submitted.
Thank you. I call on Department Adjutant John Durner for announcements.
We still got legislative Roger Walton.
Excuse me. Need legislative Roger Walton, please.
Good afternoon. Legislative Committee met yesterday, 9 o'clock, here at the airport, Holiday Inn. Present were James Keller, Elizabeth Lavinda, and she was supposed to give this presentation today but was unable to make it today. So I will fill in today. Hopefully I can read her notes. So, Nick Lucy was there, I was there, Ed Voss was there, and Nick Lansing. Nick Lansing is Advanced Strategies, and they do the lobbying for us. And every year they provide us with all of these reports periodically. They do that on a weekly basis. Sometimes I get more than one. And I want to say one thing for sure. I really appreciate their services because living in Cedar Rapids, I almost feel like I'm out of the circle when it comes to legislative issues. Guests, we had Kenneth Field, Maurice McWhitter, and Ray Jane Clapman. And like I said, we get these strategies. Further discussions were held of the American Legion priorities, which none at this session were passed. However, we believe that some will be brought back next season. Nick talked quite a bit yesterday about the fact that we need to do more education of the legislature. Sometimes when we bring bills in there, we just kind of dump them in there as something that's kind of foreign or vague to them. We really need to do more education. And I'll bring that up here as I go. I'm going to talk a little bit about File S321. This is the Veterans Funding Investment. And in the past, it has been a sterile account, let's put it that way. There really has been no rate of return on our investment for the money that we have to put in there. And we're now talking about trying to figure out ways to get a rate of return from that. And one thing we're definitely looking at is working with IPERS on that. This other one was kind of a weird one. The Veterans Home Commandant, File SF511. For some odd reason, they came up with this idea that they wanted to have the Commandant appointed for 4 years. When you think about that for just a couple of minutes, if you got a governor that comes in and then all of a sudden appoints a Commandant, you get a new governor in 1 year, that means you got 3 years of the Commandant that really is not maybe somebody that the governor really wants in there. So yeah, we did not recommend that one to be passed. Service officers training, this one was American Legion undecided, but just to give you a little background, I believe the counties have got like 67 new members, new hires, and what this bill would do is to give them each county $3,000 per year in order to educate their staff. Home Buyers Assistance Fund, this comes down to a situation where there's end of the year funding. Can we actually take those funds and put into this program? And the Legion registered against this. Anyway, new laws interest. The Military Code of Justice was signed by the governor on March 8th. This was a new law. Will add the Space Force. I mean, that is a new branch of our service. And for some odd reason, I was missing the Coast Guard. And will protect them from discrimination by employers or others. The other one's kind of interesting too. The National Guard program. This will allow property leases over 30 years. This next one's kind of interesting. ILEA training. This was signed by May 5th, and I'll just read what it says here. This will allow for non-degree programs meet federal veterans education standards in order to allow qualified persons to be reimbursed for the cost. She goes on to talk about what we've been talking about for quite a while, and that is the changes that had taken place during the COVID. I mean, if you can about imagine what this was like, and she basically said that the Senate was a lot more strict than the House, but all they did was to correspond using Zoom back and forth all the time from their committees, and even Elizabeth was able to get involved in some of these different committees, but you know, they would say, okay, we got a Zoom meeting, cancel it, then they'd schedule 2 more, and I guess it got to be kind of confusing from what she said yesterday. So, she would like for you to know that she was elected to be chair of the State of Iowa Veterans Affairs Commission for the year. And that concludes my report. So, anyway, have a good day.
You've heard the reports of the commissions and committees. I now entertain a motion to receive and file these reports. Who's this?
They have to speak into a microphone.
You have to speak into a microphone.
I'm running. Sam Johnson, 1st District, I so move.
Come to the microphone.
Jim Peterson, Post 431, Gowrie, 2nd set.
We got a second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say nay. I call on Department motion carried. I call on Department Adjutant John Durner for announcements.
Just to clarify, the reason we are asking you to speak into a microphone, I realize everybody in the room can hear you, but our recorder is connected to the PA system. So we're recording the minutes on a recorder to be transcribed later. That's why we need you to speak into the microphones for motions and seconds, please. Room assignments for district caucuses are in your program. District commanders are reminded to stop by the headquarters office to pick up those convention committee reports. So you have those to deliberate in your caucuses. Also, a reminder of that 5 o'clock color guard exhibition that will be going on in Iowa A. That is different from what is in your program. It is 5 o'clock in Iowa A. And also remind the convention committee chairs to stop by the office and pick up your reports for tomorrow morning for those convention committee reports. Also, hope you all enjoy the auxiliary gala tonight. If you don't have tickets for the gala, you can still get tickets for the entertainment. You can pay for that at the door, and so the entertainment will once again be the Iowa Military Veterans Band, and then they will have another band called Rick and Friends after that. So thank you very much.
Please join me in rendering honor to the flag of our country and salute. 2. The 102nd Convention of the American Legion Department of Iowa stands in recess.